Scalpel.
Scalpel.
Gauze.
Gauze.
More gauze.
More gauze.
A little more gauze.
We don't have any more gauze.
That's all the gauze?
Yeah.
Dr. Bob, the patient is sinking.
I wonder what he is sinking about. Come on, laugh it up, nurse. These are the jokes.
The doctor is in. Dr. John, that is. The MD of rhythmology. Me? I am not a doctor, but I have played one on TV. I'm Elwood Blues, and this is the House of Blues Radio Hour, sponsored in part by Paul Mitchell Hair Care, medically proven to be no worse than any other product.
Making babies like babies make faces. Time along and we're on to the races. Sometimes I dream about getting fit. Out my mind, soon as we dig our kids. If it don't do nasty, I won't make babies. Too many monster feet about to go crazy. How come we never watch television? How come we never watch television? Scattered and splattered, no love all the time. Scratching and scrambling, and we never have a dime. Living for nothing all the time. Didn't damn it on love, it should be a natural crime. Television. Use our whole card for a 10-minute thing. Just like lovebirds on the wing. Treat the small fries like stepchildren. Move on the way, baby, 'cause we too willing. Out the bedroom, it's all null and void. Be cheaper to sleep with Sigmund Freud, yeah. How come we never watch television? How come we never watch television? Scattered and splattered on love all the time. Scratching and scrambling, ain't no never have a dime. Living for nothing all the time. Didn't damn it on love, it should be a natural crime. Erotic. Love me, drive me totally psychotic. Even when life seems chaotic, love back on me like a strong narcotic. Scattered and splattered on love all the time. Scratching and scrambling and never have a dime. Living for loving, baby, all the time. Didn't damn it on love, it should be a natural crime. Television. How come you don't never watch television? Television. How come? How come? No, never.
Television, the title track of the new album from Mac Rebennack, Dr. John. This is Elwood Blues, and the good doctor is our guest on this week's House of Blues Radio Hour. Mac, you cannot think of Dr. John without thinking about New Orleans. I want you to tell us what it was like growing up in your particular neighborhood.
Well, I mean, the whole Third Ward in New Orleans is full of characters. I mean, that's what differentiate different wards in New Orleans is the characters that lives in them, you know?
Now, what was in the Third Ward at that time?
Oh, when I was growing up, I mean, I remember, you know, what I always caught my thing was seeing cats wearing zoot suits and all of the style, man. The guys used to cock their brim, AC-doocy, and when I was a kid, that's what, oh man, I want to be like them guys thing, you know. I didn't want to be like my family, who was like very legit. I wanted to be like them guys.
But your dad, he was pretty musical.
When I was growing up, he had a record shop, and I think that my father liked good music, helped me to get into it, and then he trusted me with working on a 78 record player when I was a kid, like as a real little kid. I know they made a tape of me talking when I was a little kid, and I was already talking about, like, you know, Ed McGriff's record, Old Time Religion, and somebody's record, Long Ago and Far Away, and stuff like that. And my father had records, and, you know, hearing music all the time. That was what brought people together in the Third Ward in New Orleans, was people getting around a piano. You know, it's like pre-television days. Radio was not something you listened at 24/7. It was just something you did now and then. I mean, maybe people gathered around Franklin Delano Roosevelt's fireside chat during the war or something in certain programs, but it wasn't like what brought people together. Piano was in music, you know, that was the thing.
I'll gather around me, everybody, gather around me while I testify. I feel the summer coming on me, and the topic will be seen. That's what I'm again. If you wanna hear my story, then just chill out, don't be uptight, while I review the attitude of doing right. You got the accent, your way to positive, it'll eliminate the negative. That's on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread your up to the maximum. Bring balloon down to that minimum. Have faith or pandemonium, liable to walk up on the scene. To illustrate my last remark, talking Mike and Jonah in a well, knowing what did they do when everything looks so dark? Man, they say we better accent till we the positive. It'll eliminate that negative. That's on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between, no. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Jonah in a well, knowing all. What did they do when everything looked so dark? Man, they say we better accent till we the positive. informative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't you mess with Mr. In Between. Don't you mess with Mr. In Between. Don't you mess with Mr. In Between.
From the great album In a Sentimental Mood, that is Dr. John and Accentuate the Positive. And Dr. John is here with us on the House of Blues Radio Hour. Mac, for the past 20 or 30 years, you've played with just about everybody in the music business. In your mind, though, who really sticks out as being an original?
Well, I mean, people like Ray Charles, B.B. King, people like Aretha Franklin, they stick out. The one guy that really stuck out maybe the most was Joe Tex. To me, Joe Tex, had it not been for him, there wouldn't have been, I believe James Brown's whole thing came out of Joe Tex. A lot of great entertainers got a lot of shtick from guys like Joe Tex. I mean, he was one of them great performers that, you know, I see Jackie Wilson, I see a lot of Joe Tex, and he stuck out a lot. As an original artist, and he kind of produced his own records and had all this stuff in his head. People like that just sticks out to me. They have stuff in their head that just know how to take it to another zone.
Ahead of that woman like she don't belong to you. Just cause her got them little skinny legs, you know that ain't no way to do. You didn't act like that when you had it home behind closed doors. All right. Now you act like you're ashamed of the woman. Don't even want nobody to know she's yours. But that's all right. You just walk on, baby. Don't you worry about a doggone thing at all. Because there's some man somewhere who'll take you, baby, skinny legs and all. That's right. Keep on walking, baby. Show you what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Now, who'll take the woman with the skinny legs? Stand right there, baby. I'm gonna give you away in a minute. Come on, somebody please take the lady with the skinny legs.
I don't know.
Now, y'all know the lady with skinny legs got to have somebody too now. Will somebody please take the lady with the skinny legs, please? Hey, Joe. Yeah, Bobby. Why don't you take her? Yeah, fool. I don't want no woman with no skinny legs. Look here. I thought about giving this woman a Clyde, but no. So I know the kind of women Clyde like. But old Leroy will take her. Say, Leroy, you got it. Now, why you want to act like that man ain't yours? Just cause he's walking with you with them raggedy clothes. Man just forgot to get his suit out the cleaners, that's all. All right. All right. You act like that man don't belong to you. Go on over there and kiss him and hold his hand. Say you ain't gonna do what? That's all right. You just walk on, mister. And don't you worry about a doggone thing at all. Because there's some woman somewhere who'll take you, Mr. Raggedy Clothes and all. Yes, there is. Let's keep on walking. Be ashamed of what you got.
I love you, skinny legs and all. That is the great Joe Tex on the House of Blues Radio Hour, brought to us courtesy of Dr. John. And we are hanging here with Dr. John. Mac, if you hadn't been a musician, what do you think would have happened?
I don't know, you know. I never had a lot of interest in nothing else. That I'm always been a kind of one-sided guy with that. I never thought about being something else. I mean, from the first time I heard Joe Turner singing Piney Brown and Pete Johnson's piano on that, the first time I heard Mercy D. Walton doing a one-room country shack, I wanted to play piano. Even though I started off as a guitar player, that's what inspired me to want to do something, listen at certain cats and hearing certain things. At one time, I wanted to be Professor Longhair's guitar player. And when I became that, I learned more about the piano playing guitar for him than I might have learned in the same way with James Booker, Alan Toussaint, Art Neville, all the guys that I work with, Elwood Franks. I got to work with a lot of great piano players as a guitar player that helped me to play piano, and it's all accidental things. And my life is a series of strange things that happen, you know.
Tippatina, tra-la-la-la, whoa-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la. Tippatina, oola-mala-walla-dalla, tra-ma, tra-la-la. Hey, Luberta, oh, Luberta, girl, you hear me calling you. Well, you're 3 times 7, baby, knows what you want to do. Say, Luberta, oh, Luberta, girl, you tell me where you've been. When you come home this morning, honey, you had your belly full of gin. I'll say, hurry, hurry, come on, Luberta. Girl, you have company waiting for you at home. Why don't you hurry, Luberta, girl, hurry. Don't leave that boy alone. Tippatina, tra-la-la-la, whoa-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la. Tippatina, oola-mala-walla-dalla, tra-ma-tina-na. Come on, baby, we're going bowling. We're gonna have ourselves a good time. We go oola-tralla-walla-mala-dalla, drink some mellow wine.
The originator, Professor Longhair and Tippatina. Dr. John played guitar in Fess's band and picked up a lot of piano tricks from the master. And we will be right back with more of Dr. John when the House of Blues Radio Hour continues.
Brothers and sisters, I've got good news. Paul Mitchell takes care of all your hair blues. Hi, I'm John Paul DiGioria, co-founder of John Paul Mitchell Systems. We are the creators of the one and only Paul Mitchell Gentle Shampoos, Super Conditioners, Styling Lotions, and the finest finishing sprays. Offered through salons only because we know that hairstylists will show you how to create those unique styles and have the finest, healthiest looking hair. Made from plants and minerals, the Earth's elements, along with the latest in scientific technology. These are the coolest. So if your hair is a fright, Paul Mitchell makes it all right. The real Paul Mitchell is available only through hairstyling salons.
Very cool, man.
We need a new battery. Come to think of it, we need a new car. And if we get a new car, we might as well get a cellular phone. Sure, because we can always use it out back when we build the new deck next to the new swimming pool. I mean, you gotta put the boat somewhere, and then we could take the boat to Bermuda. We could even buy...
You know what you want to do with your money. Just make sure you'll have some when you retire. Talk to a Prudential representative. Call 1-800-THE-ROCK.
Stephanie Cintron, LensCrafters Optician.
Finding the right pair of glasses is a tough thing. At LensCrafters, that's where my job comes in. I try and help them select a frame and make sure that it is not only cosmetically nice, but also is what they need optically. Customers are definitely concerned about the price that they're going to pay for their glasses. They want to know that they're getting value for their dollars. They get the right pair of eyeglasses, and because it's LensCrafters, they get them in about an hour.
LensCrafters, helping people see better 1 hour at a time.
It must have been the right show, and it must have been the right time. The House of Blues Radio Hour.
I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. I'd have said the right thing, but it must have used the wrong line. I've been on the right trip, but I must have used the wrong car. Headed in a bad place, and I wonder what's good for. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. My head is in a bad place, but I'm having such a good time. I've been running, trying to get hung up in my mind. Just got to give myself a good talking to this time. Just need a little brain salad surgery. I got to cure my insecurity. That I've been in the wrong place, but it must have been the right time. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong song. I've been in the right vein, but it seems like a wrong on. That I've been in the right world, but it seems like the wrong. Sneaking, peeping, hiding out down the street. See my life shaking with every who I meet. Refried confusion as I'm making itself clear. Wonder which way do I go to get on out of here? Cause I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. And I done said the right thing, but it must have used the wrong line. I took the right road, but I must have took a wrong train. Took a right move, but I made it at the wrong time. I went in the right trip, but I made it.
Mac Rebennack, Dr. John, and a song he played at the opening of the New Orleans House of Blues Club, and one that is on jukeboxes all over the world. Right place, wrong time. This is Elwood Blues, and Dr. John is here with the remedy for what ails you. Mac, of the cats playing music these days, who is it that turns you on?
Well, it's the people that hits my nerve is like, I mean, whether you look at a guitar player like a Pat Metheny or somebody like that, to some Whitfield, is guitar player in Baton Rouge right now, and it's like he does stuff that gasses me. There's a lot of young piano players that gasses me. There's a lot of artists that comes out of different zones today. I mean, I like to hear somebody that's got some roots in something. This guy Babyface that writes songs, he's real hot right now. But I like the kind of records he's producing. But there's, I mean, people of today, I hear youngsters that if I mention them, it wouldn't mean something to nobody because, first of all, I might not remember their names anyway, but I hear a lot of youngsters coming up that is like coming out of bags you wouldn't expect. Heard a little young guitar player at Tipitina's in New Orleans, and another young guitar player at the House of Blues in New Orleans that I'm sure, I don't remember neither one of them, but these guys, I'm sure you will hear about them at some time because they're like real true cats to what they're doing. As long as they stick to growing, something good will come up.
I begin to tell, take me down and book me. I am ready to tell the too. That girl really shook me, and I plead guilty to premeditation. I was gonna steal her heart in a loving situation, and I plead guilty. I am not a fool. They didn't teach about these things coming up in school. I plead guilty, guilty, guilty. I plead guilty. I knew it wasn't right, but you know she wore me down, keep me up all night. I plead guilty. I knew that it was wrong. By the time I reached that point, I was too far gone, and I plead guilty. I knew it was a sin. You just give me half a chance. I'll do it all again, and I plead guilty. 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 Stand up and repent. My hand on the Bible, I swear to God, that woman that heaven sent. I'll be guilty. I don't need no bail. Lock me up forever in forever loving jail. And I'll be guilty. If it was a sin, you just give me half a chance. I'll do it all again. And I'll be guilty.
Okay, one of the rising stars of New Orleans blues, our friend John Mooney and I Plead Guilty off the album Testimony. And my guest is New Orleans legend and worldwide legend, Dr. John. I am Elwood Blues on the House of Blues Radio Hour. Mac, you have played so many different styles of music. Has your personal sound changed and evolved, or is it just part of one guy?
To me, it's just music. I don't think of anything as separated from something else. You know, one of the things that I love about the time I came, the guys that I would work with were all older cats than me. To just, when you play music, play it the best you can, but respect that music for whatever it is, whatever kind of music. And it was good for me to respect everything, because there's no music that it's like I can't find something I don't like in it.
What you say here going on around town? The people said you're gonna put the kid down. Oh no, oh look at what you did. You can call it what you want. I call it messing with the kid. You know the kid's no child, and I don't play that. I sure it's what I mean, and I mean what I say. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, look at what you do. You can call it what you wanna. I call it messing with the kid.
featuring Dr. John on piano and Eric Clapton on guitar. That is Buddy Guy and Junior Wells with a song known to all fans of the Blues Brothers and blues players everywhere. I call it Messin' with the Kid. And I call this the House of Blues Radio Hour. I am Elwood Blues, and we will be back with more of my conversation featuring Dr. John right after this.
Brothers and sisters, I've got good news. Paul Mitchell takes care of all your hair blues. Hi, I'm John Paul DiGioria, co-founder of John Paul Mitchell Systems. We are the creators of the one and only Paul Mitchell Gentle Shampoos, Super Conditioners, Styling Lotions, and the finest finishing sprays. Offered through salons only, because we know that hairstylists will show you how to create those unique styles and have the finest, healthiest looking hair. Made from plants and minerals, the Earth's elements, along with the latest in scientific technology. These are the coolest. So if your hair is a fright, Paul Mitchell makes it all right. The real Paul Mitchell is available only through hairstyling salons.
Very cool, man.
And here we are doing our best to keep the groove alive with Dr. John on the House of Blues Radio Hour.
Shackled down by all your worries. Settle down to one job story. Fame and your fortune done been hijacked. Your self-esteem is being attacked. And you're trapped in the limbo. With rhythm in limbo. Limbo, it used to be all the has-been. Limbo, but never would you see downhill racer going fast. You about to fall down on your funky ass. You trapped in the limbo. Slap with a rhythm in limbo. You used to play the puppet master with big time influence. Your minion shape opinion, they shown up with grand theft endurance. You trapped in middle of limbo, slapped with rhythm in limbo. Limbo, they used to be, and all has been limbo, but never would you see limbo. Limbo, trap in middle of limbo, slap with rhythm in limbo. You seduced the world, you went from bad to worse. Shattered every dream, you scattered in reverse. Don't need to know the time to know it's time to go. Don't need to know the scope, know it's time to go. Limbo, limbo, sucker. Been faking too long, sucking up the world. Now your only world is gone in limbo. Sucking up the oil and all the gasoline, sucking up the vibes from the TV screen. Yeah, Lambo. Yeah, Lambo. Can't pull off no more stops. Keep paying off the couch in Lambo.
The new Dr. John album is called Television, and we heard Limbo on the House of Blues Radio Hour. Elwood Blues is here with the Night Tripper himself. Mac, you were just on tour with B.B. King and Little Feat doing a tribute to Muddy Waters. What do you figure your connection is to the Chicago blues?
Well, Muddy was a good friend of mine. All these cats in the Muddy Waters tribute band that all work with Muddy is all cats I dig. And it's like, from back in the game when Muddy was there, man, I mean, all these cats contributed a thing, and I feel real close to that. But when in New Orleans, this was always a big thing, man. In the jug joints we worked in, I mean, like Muddy Waters and Howe and Wolf and, Chicago gut bucket blues, man. I mean, low down gut bucket blues. That was a big part of New Orleans. I mean, it's something, so I feel very close to that.
I'm going down in Louisiana, baby, behind the sun. I'm going down in Louisiana, honey, behind the sun. Well, I just found out my trouble just begun. I'm going down in New Orleans, get me a mojo hand. I'm going down in New Orleans, get me a mojo hand.
Oh, take me with you, man, when you go.
I'm gonna show all you good-looking women just how to treat your man. Let's go back to New Orleans, boys.
The man who was the root of rock and roll, Mr. Muddy Waters. You are listening to the House of Blues Radio Hour, and in the house is none other than Dr. John. Now, I know that in the old days, the record companies ripped a lot of people off. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's I think if everything was about money, I would have gotten to some other business. But I think the fact that all of the cats that I came up with in the studios in New Orleans, we really cared about making the music good. And we really never considered all of the fact that we was getting burnt, that we didn't get paid right, that we didn't get paid overtime, we didn't get paid for arrangements, we didn't get paid for all of these things. None of us even heard of any of this till we were out of New Orleans. We just made records and we didn't know no better. But we loved making music, so we gave something more of ourselves to make stuff work. And it's always a kick to me to hear there's a lot of records that sold I really don't believe the records were that. I mean, the songs weren't that great, but the band had a strong groove, and the solo just kicked it in the ass, and it just lifted things to a level that people thought something fantastic was happening, and that it was really due to the band that's on there, and that's what kind of made all that work wow.
Say, look here now, child. I want to tell you a little story. Well, down the road, from a jocko partner, he was tore up, Lord, tore up as can be. Don't you know he was wobbling, Lord, he was wobbling down Rampart. And he didn't know he didn't recognize me. Now if I had $1 million, just $1 million on my own, I'd invite him to my tobacco plantation, and Lord, forevermore, or he could call it his home. Don't you know that 6 months, ain't no sinner. Yeah, now 1 year, Lord, sugar baby, ain't no crime. Don't you know, I said it ain't no crime. I was smoking tobacco, but I'm on the natural all the time. Please, give me water, say now when I'm thirsty. It's a good drink, a good drink when you're dry. Don't you know, I said now when you're dry, and give me sorrow, Lord, when I'm in misery. But please fix me some homemade cherry pie. Yeah. Now down the road, come a jocko partner. He was tore up as can be. Don't you know it's wobbling? I mean, he's wobbling down a Rampart. And he didn't know it, he didn't even recognize me. Sing out, shout, down the road.
All right, recorded in New Orleans back in 1961. That is Rolling Stone with Dr. John and his band on Down the Road. This is Elwood Blues, and we are with Dr. John on the House of Blues Radio Hour. Mac, you played guitar on that last track. You play piano. I mean, how many instruments do you play?
Well, basically, I feel competent playing any rhythm section instruments. So it's bass, drums, guitar, piano, percussion. And I've played all of those things on various recording sessions over the years. And I figure somebody figures I'm competent enough to play on recording dates, so that they must figure I'm competent enough to be in some way in the zone. But I look at it like, though, that just to make the band feel right and lock it in, to make the groove feel right, is what I'm good at doing. That's what God gave me a talent to use, was to help take something and make it feel a certain kind of way, or do something within a structure that's something different.
They call me Dr. John, known as the Night Tripper. Got my satchel of Gris-Gris in my hand. They were tripping up and back down the bayou. I'm the last of the best, they call me the Gris-Gris man. Got many clients, come from miles around, running down my prescription. I got medicine to cure all y'all's ills. I got remedies of every description. I got Gris-Gris gone. Head now. Hey now, Gris-Gris gone. Head now. you got love trouble, you got a bad woman you can't control, I got just the thing for you. Something called controlling arts and get-together drops. If you work too hard and you need a little rest, try my Easy Life Rub or put some of my Boss Fix jazz in your breakfast. Try a little bit of hey now. They call me Dr. John, known as a night tripper. A satchel of Gris-Gris in my hand. Then tripping up, back down the bayou. You know I'm the last of the best. I'm known as a Gris-Gris man. Stellar. Gris-Gris gumbo, Wall water if your neighbors give you trouble, put your business in the street. Seal of Jupiter, my whole card, it just won't be beat. Try my dragon's blood, my drawn powder, and my sacred sand. Never a little black cat oil if your woman got another man. Some goofer dust, you like mine, a Boss Fix pine, I know you do not the palm of your hand. Devil shoestring and a whole lot of sand. Put her on your woman's feet and see if she don't run back running down here from road. No. Won't get a no. Won't get a no. Won't get a no. Won't get a no. Gris-Gris gumbo, yeah. Hey now, bumbo, yeah.
The Groove Master, Dr. John, and Gris-Gris Gumbo Yaya. The Doctor has a new album out in the world. It is called Television, and it is a cooker. Elwood says, do yourself a favor and pick it up. And we got another hot new number for you, this week's Blues Breaker, when the House of Blues Radio Hour returns.
Okay. Both our incomes, minus rent, minus electric bill, minus car payments, minus daycare, minus groceries, minus cable, minus dinner out on Friday, minus credit card payments equals minus 100. Don't buy steak, stay home Friday, cancel cable makes it no. Live in the dark, just eat rice, hitchhike to work.
Too busy dealing with the present to think about the future? Talk to a Prudential representative. Call 1-800-THE-ROCK.
Dr. Samuel Singer, independent doctor of optometry at LensCrafters.
I've been an eye doctor for 40 years. I've been affiliated with LensCrafters for about 6 years. I provide an extremely thorough eye exam. And with LensCrafters' 1-hour service, we can almost immediately see the results of our work. I enjoy seeing the same people year after year. It gives me a good feeling knowing that they are appreciating my services and the work that LensCrafters is doing.
LensCrafters, helping people see better 1 hour at a time.
Hey, Sandy, where you going? You just can't walk out of a drive-in!
It's the best blues song of the week. Elwood's Blues Breaker.
Ah, let it roll like a big wheel. Shake your shimmy with this week's blues breaker, Mr. Dollar from Room Full of Blues. You're gonna like this one.
They call him Mr. Dollar, and his last name is Bill. Yes, they call him Mr. Dollar, and his last name is Bill. He lives in a mansion way up on Greenback Hill. They call him Mr. Dollar, and his last name is Bill. Yes, they call him Mr. Dollar, and his last name is Bill. Yes, he's happy-go-lucky, lives way up on Greenback Hill. His calling cards a Cadillac, his worth as good as gold. Yes, his calling cards a Cadillac, his worth as good as gold. Man, you ought to hear this story, it's a story that should be told. Well, the way he loves the women is a low-down dirty shame. You ought to hear him holler when they call his name. Hey, Mr. Dollar, yes, his last name is Bill. Oh, he lives in a mansion way up on Greenback Hill. Well, the way he loves the women is a low-down dirty shame. You ought to hear him holler when they call his name. Hey, Mr. Dollar, his last name is Bill. Yes, he's happy-go-lucky, lives way up on Greenback Hill. Well, he's 5'11", weighs 165. Yes, he's 5'11", weighs 165. If he can't love his women, he'd rather be dead than alive. Well, they call him Mr. Dollar, and his last name is Bill. Yes, they call him Mr. Dollar, and his last name is Bill. He's happy-go-lucky, way up on Greenback Hill. Well, they call him Mr. Dollar, yes, Mr. Dollar. Well, they call him Mr. Dollar, and his last name is Bill. Yes, he lives in a mansion way up on Greenback Hill. Yes, he does.
All right, the pride of New England and the House of Blues Radio Hour, Room Full of Blues with a Wynoni Harris tune, Mr. Dollar. Clocking in this week as a blues breaker. And next week, the founder of Room Full of Blues, Duke Robillard. He will join us, same blues time, same blues channel. The House of Blues Radio Hour is produced by Ben Minilla Productions in association with House of Blues Productions and Michael Murphy, copyright 1994. Talent acquisition by Lauren Karasik Ryan. Special thanks to Brian Cady, Bob Santelli, Barry Korngold, and Peter Crimmins. The House of Blues Transmitter Network is a presentation of CBS radio programs. Executive producer Frank Murphy. This is Elwood Blues. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.
The House of Blues Radio Hour has been sponsored in part by Prudential Insurance.
You have an appointment with the doctor. This week, Dr. John makes a house call to the House of Blues Radio Hour.
And it just lifted things to a level that people thought something fantastic was happening, and it made all that worthwhile.
This is Elwood Blues. Join me for music from Professor Longhair, Joe Tex, and Muddy Waters on the Dr. John edition of the House of Blues Radio Hour. Do not miss this one.